Hey, what's going on guys? Jason here. In this video I will be talking about some React concepts, specifically component and props. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a really simple project explaining how those concepts work. So here's a drawing of our really simple app, and this is just the component hierarchy. So we will basically have a app component, which will be the parent, and it will have a dog component inside of it, so that'll be its children. So basically it's going to render out multiple dog components, and what those dog components will render out is just some dog information, just like the name and the breed. So pretty simple. And so here's our React app, and I created this using Create React App. So it's a nice tool where you can set up a development environment so you can start creating projects with React and the latest ES 2015 and beyond JavaScript features. So let's go into our folder structure here. And right now I am in the app.js file inside the source folder. So I'll go ahead and remove most of this JSX code that we have. Okay, so now we have an empty app component. As you can see, I'll save it. We have nothing here. So first thing I'll do is I'll create a title. So I'll just call it dog react project, and there's our title. And now I'll go ahead and create our dog component. So in the source folder I will create a new dog.js file. And so let's start building out the component. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this import React from React line here so we can start using React. And I will now create the React or the dog component. So I'm going to create a functional component. So this component will just be created using a regular function. And as you can see, the difference between the app component, this one is using the class-based way of creating React components, which is basically the same thing. They're both components. There's only a couple additional features that this app component has, but I won't get into that right now. So here's our dog component, and I'm going to return some JSX. So I will make a div, and I basically just want to have it render out the name and the breed of the dog. So I'll give it an h3 tag first of dog, and then I will do a p tag. This one will be name, and I'll do max, and breed I'll do a lab. So there's that. So here's our finished dog component. Now we just need to make sure we export this. So we'll do export default and dog. So now we're exporting the dog function here. So that way we can import it into our app.js file. So now I'm going to do is import dog from quotes / dog. So that way it's importing our dog component from our directory here inside source. And now to actually start using the dog component inside app.js, we will just need to create our dog component. Well, I guess just do it like that. So this will be our dog component in JSX format. They also call it a user-defined component. So now we have our dog component here. So if I save that, go back to our page, as you can see, we have our dog title along with the name and breed. And let me actually add some styling here real quick. And to add styling in JSX, all you need to do is add in the style property, set it equal to a JavaScript expression. So in this case I will do, let's see, a width of 400, give it a border of solid, and I think that should be good. Oh, And let me also give it a margin of 10 pixels. There we go. Alright, cool. So, okay, so that's the basics of creating a React component with React. So basically all I did was I have my app.js, or my app component, which is the parent component, and I wanted to render out a child component. In this case it's dog. So all I did was create a new dog.js file, imported the React library and component method here, and then I just created a functional component, called it dog, and I just had it return some JSX code, which will just be a div with some additional information here like the title, name, and breed. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add the props, because right now we basically just hard coded in these properties there. And so what I want to do is I want to create multiple dog components, each dog component with its own unique properties. So to do that, I will actually make use of props. And so let's go back in here and let's see. So to start using props in React, all we need to do is take a component that we have. So right now we have dog, and I basically am going to add some properties to it. So the properties that we will add will be, let's see, so we want to have a name property and a breed. Oh, sorry. So all I'll do is go ahead and add a name property, and all you have to do is just add the name inside this JSX, or I'm sorry, inside this dog component here. So we'll have name equal to, so we'll do max, and then the breed, we'll add a breed property there and set that equal to lab. Okay, so now we added some props here, and to actually make use of the props inside our dog component, all we have to do is go back in here, and inside the argument we'll add props. And so what's happening here is we have our dog component and we're passing in props. So we're basically passing in an object with these properties and values. So that object is being passed in as an argument to our dog component function. So props will represent the object that will contain these props in here. Oops, sorry. So then now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and replace our name and breed hard-coded text in here. So to do that, since I'm going to start using some JavaScript, I will need to make use of the curly braces, and I will do props dot name, and then I'll do another one here. So I'll do props dot breed. There we go. So yep, so we're making use of our props here. Sorry. So we have props.name, props.breed, and that'll be whatever these props are right there. So I'll go ahead and save that and go back to our project here. And as you can see, nothing has changed. But now we're actually making use of props. Let's see. So now what I'll do is I'll create multiple dog components, and I'll just go ahead and change the properties for these. So I'll do Sally, and I'll have Husky, and this one will be, I don't know, Bob, and let's do a poodle. And if we go back here, as you can see, we have multiple dog components with their own unique properties. So Max, Lab, Sally, Husky, Bob, and Poodle. So yeah, so those are the basics for React components and props. So hopefully you guys learned something today. If you guys found this video useful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you guys would like to see more content like this, please go ahead and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.